Hey everyone, welcome back to Genai Game News. Let's kick things off with some news that might make your wallet cry. According to PC Gamer, the OEM batteries for the original Steam Deck LCD are finally back in stock on iFixit. That's the good news. The bad news? They're going to run you $130 just for the battery itself. Yeah, you heard that right. These replacement batteries used to be more affordable, but availability issues have driven the price way up. If your Steam Deck is showing its age and the battery life is starting to tank, you'll definitely want to think carefully about whether this repair is worth it at that price point. Speaking of painful prices, here's something that'll hurt your PC building ambitions even more. Eurogamer is reporting that AMD is jumping on the price increase train right after Nvidia announced its own hikes for graphics cards and memory units. This is a huge blow for anyone planning to upgrade their GPU or add more RAM to their system. AMD has traditionally been the more budget-friendly option compared to Nvidia, so seeing them raise prices alongside their competitor is pretty disappointing. The tech industry really seems committed to making PC gaming more expensive in 2026. Now for some better news. If you've been crushing Dragon's Dogma 2 and want a real challenge, Capcom has you covered. Eurogamer caught wind that the director of Dragon's Dogma 2, Arisen, casually announced that a hard mode is currently in development. The Dark Arisen expansion has already been dropping some major surprises this year, and the team has been actively updating the core game in several significant ways. Adding a hard mode on top of everything else they're doing shows that Capcom really wants to give players more reasons to jump back into Granzies. For veteran Dragon Slayers, this could be exactly what you've been waiting for. Alright, prepare yourself for this one because it came out of nowhere. Eurogamer is reporting that Palworld Online, a brand new MMORPG version of the hit creature collecting game, is launching on iOS and Android later this year. Palworld has already taken the world by storm multiple times over, so adding an MMO spin to the formula for mobile is a pretty bold move. This is separate from the main Palworld experience, so you'll be getting an entirely different take on the Palworld universe designed specifically for mobile players. If you thought Palworld's hype cycle had peaked, think again. Let's talk about the Final Fantasy effect. Eurogamer is reporting that the announcement of Final Fantasy VII Revelation at Summer Game Fest 2026 has caused sales of Final Fantasy VII Remake and Rebirth to absolutely skyrocket. We're talking sales performing several times better than expected. The hype machine for the next chapter is already pulling people back into the previous games, which is exactly what Square Enix wants. It's a fascinating reminder of how much momentum a major franchise announcement can generate. If you haven't played through Remake and Rebirth yet, now seems like the perfect time to hop in before Revelation drops. And now, the moment we've all been dreading. According to Eurogamer, Xbox has finally revealed exactly how much more you'll be paying for its consoles in the UK and Europe. The numbers are worse than anyone expected. We're talking price increases between 34 and 49% compared to last month. That's not a small bump. That's absolutely brutal. Microsoft is really testing how much loyalty can survive when you're making your hardware substantially more expensive right out of the gate. If you were on the fence about getting an Xbox, this announcement probably just pushed you toward the PlayStation 5 instead. Finally, some wholesome early access success story news. According to PC Gamer, Project Zomboid just hit a brand new concurrent player record following a massive map update. The update added completely reworked towns, an atmospheric orphanage location, and get this, 400 procedurally generated basements for you to explore. The zombie survival sim has been in early access for years, but it's clearly still attracting players with substantial content drops like this. The team also bumped up the price, but players clearly feel like the game is worth it. If you've never given Project Zomboid a shot, there's never been a better time to jump in. And before we wrap up, here's a deal for the fantasy RPG fans out there. PC Gamer is letting everyone know that Baldur's Gate 3 is currently at its absolute lowest price ever as Larian Studios celebrates the game's 3rd anniversary. If you've been waiting for a sale to dive into the greatest RPG of the last few years, this is your moment. We're talking about the game that basically perfected what a D&D video game could be. Whether you want to romance your companions, betray your allies, or yes, engage in some unconventional encounters with wildlife, Baldur's Gate 3 has you covered.